Hello, Liverpool, you all right? Yay! Good. My name's Jim. It's a pleasure to be here. I like to start off all my gigs with a little bit of friendly advice to everyone. My friendly advice today is simply this. I've always been told never go to bed on an argument. Fuck that. You need to go to bed on an argument, okay, ladies and gentlemen? Particularly if you've got a partner that hogs a lot of the bed and you have to get up early the next day. Because what I found out is if you go to bed on an argument when you're laid there on your little eighth of the bed like this, all you have to do, is just slowly move your arm across. And the second you make skin-on-skin contact because your partner hates you so much at that moment in time, they're just like, fuck off! They roll out of the way, you've got the bed to yourself for the evening, it is incredible. I've been engineering arguments when I've got to get up early the next day. It'll just be me and my girlfriend walking upstairs to go to bed. She'll turn to me, she'll say, "Good night, babe, I love you." And I'll turn to her and say, "You know what? In this light, you'll go out like your dad." She does, honestly. We visited her family at Christmas time and it was really difficult. And strangely arousing. What else can I tell you about me? I'm a feminist. Yep. Thank you very much. I think everyone should say they're a feminist in 2018. It just means that I believe in equality between men and women. But because I'm a feminist, I think that means I'm shit in bed. Now, you've got to hear me out, okay? It's because when me and my girlfriend are having sex and she wants me to talk dirty to her, I can't do it. I'm just there going, "Oh, you made tea, so I'll do the washing up." Oh, fucking yes. Take your bra off. I'll burn it. When I'm really getting into it, it's like, "Oh, if I was paying you for this, I'd pay you the same as a man." I really would. She's a good lad. I read something recently. I don't know if you guys know this. Men, they reach their sexual peak when they're 18 years old. Don't know if you knew that. Women, they reach their sexual peak when they are 35 years old. I lost my virginity when I was 19 years old. And that explains a lot to me, that every time I've had sex in my life, I've just been getting progressively worse at it. Just further away from my prime. My girlfriend's 30. She's better at sex than me already. I'm fucked, literally. There's a reason that I only lost my virginity when I was 19. I had the opportunity to lose my virginity when I was a little bit younger, but I chose not to, because at like 15, 16 years old, I thought I was a bit of a freak. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something about me now. You don't have to feel embarrassed on my behalf. I don't mind chatting about it, okay? But I only have one testicle. And to a 15, 16-year-old boy, the only thing worse than having one ball is having two stripes on your tracksuit bottoms. It's really fucking bad. And I don't mind chatting about it, because if I'm being honest with you, Liverpool, my penis more than makes up for it. I don't mean I've got a particularly big penis, I just mean that the ratio's better, 1-to-1. Meat and one veg. Nobody likes veg. I'm a working class man. I grew up on a council estate in a little town called Leyland in Lancashire. It took me a while to realise just how working class I am, though, ladies and gents, because my mum and dad's side of the family, they're very different from each other. I lived with my mum growing up, and I saw my dad on the weekends, Now, my dad's side of the family, they're well-educated, they're well-read. One of them's a chiropractor. One of them can speak 5 languages for a living. My mum's side of the family, less so. They have jobs like having a bad back. It pays the bills. We got a timeshare in Benidorm. It's sweet. I love going home and visiting my mum. We're best mates. She always tells me what film she's been watching. Recently, she told me she'd seen the film 127 Hours. I don't know if you guys have seen that film. If you've not, it's amazing. It's based on a true story, right? It's about a guy, he's canyoneering in America, his arm gets trapped under a rock. He realises that no one's coming for him, so he has to cut his own arm off so that he can get to safety. Only when my mum told me that she watched that film, right, she called it 127 minutes. That's a different film entirely, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? That is essentially a film about a man with a severe lack of patience. Right, fuck it, it's been 2 hours, off we pop. It'll be dark soon. Just glad she's not seen 12 Hours a Slave. It's overtime, Keith, you asked for it. Keith's my dad. I come from a family of idiots. I'm a big idiot. The biggest idiot in my family, I'd have to say. I love her to bits, but it's my little sister. She's 3 years younger than me. She's amazing. These are the 2 stupidest things she'd ever said, right? I went home a few weeks ago, and I was cooking them, my mum and my sister tea, I was cooking them a really simple meal. Gammon and chips. Not with pineapple. If you like pineapple on savoury food, you're a freak. And I was in the kitchen, right, and I was opening this pack of gammon, and my little sister walked past the kitchen door, pointed at it, and these are genuinely the words that came out of her mouth. She went, "Oh, them's big bacons." I don't even care that she called the gammon big bacons. That's sort of an accurate description. It's the fact that she said the word "thems." This is the same woman who on my 20th birthday gave me a hug and said, "Happy birthday, bro. How's it feel to be in double figures?" Felt pretty good. Right, before I shoot off, guys, I'm going to tell you one more little bit of advice. I like to start and end on a little bit of advice. My little bit of advice tonight is for anyone in the room who's in a couple. I've got some advice on dating. You all need to try this thing called alphabet dating. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard of alphabet dating. If you've not, it's amazing. It takes the pressure out of dates. What you do is, right, your partner takes you out on a date, and it's all themed around the letter A. And then the next date that you go on, you have to take your partner out on a date, and it's all themed around the letter B. It could take ages, but you take it in turns, taking each other out until you've done every letter of the alphabet. Turns out me and my girlfriend know each other really well. Like, every date we went on was amazing. We had A, that was alcohol, obviously. Then we had B, beverages. Cocktails. Drinks. Ethanol, that was a heavy night. You got fortified wine, gin, house red, Irish coffee, Jamaican rum, Kahlua, lager, Mai Tai, Nuki Brown, Ouzo, Pernod. Quiet night down the pub. Rye whiskey, sangria, tequila, under a bridge, drinking from a brown paper bag. It happened. Vodka, whiskey, 4X, Jägermeister, and I know that doesn't begin with a Y, but you try thinking of a drink that begins with Y. And then Z, we went to the zoo. Thanks. Got shit-faced and threw rocks at the zebras. Cracking Tuesday afternoon. School kids loved it. Before I go, I just want to say, this has been ace. I've not been able to enjoy that joke since I did it a couple of months ago in Liverpool, actually, because when I got to the bit where I said, you try thinking of a drink that begins with Y, just one voice at the back of the room just went, Yazoo! Liverpool, you lot have been a treat. Cheers very much for having me. I've been James Meehan.